Hello, my lovelies. This is Sonar Wave. I have been absent recently. It's nothing serious. It's not a good time of the year for me sinus-wise. I do get really bad issues with my sinuses this time of the year, and it has had me down for the last couple of weeks, but it also has been a big couple of weeks for Transformers fans here in Australia. As everyone probably knows, the Big W sale kicked off in June, I think about the 25th or something, it was around there, and they had Skylinks. Obviously they only had a certain amount, and a certain amount per shop, so he did go very quickly. I was fortunate enough to be able to grab him myself. I won't be reviewing him right now though. He's actually going away for my birthday. He'll be a birthday present for me, and I won't get him until late October. For those of you who did miss out on this release of Skylinks, don't worry. I do believe he's getting a release, a general release maybe in the next month or two. I'm not 100% sure. It might be closer to September. But if you don't want to wait for him, I think he's still available for pre-order on places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Or you can even try Playground Zero, which is run by a very good friend of mine on Facebook. He might be able to get Skylinks for you. I can't guarantee that though. So do not take that as gospel. Also some studio series we haven't seen yet. Some stuff we were supposed to get, I think, last year, and we never actually got. So I was able to finally pick up studio series Jetfire, which I was very happy about. I also got Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. Astro Train was there as well, but I didn't get him because I'd actually picked up Astro Train last year just before Christmas when they did the sporadic release of him for the Siege line. And I was probably one of those lucky few who did pick him up at that point. So he's currently sitting in my collection. People have also reported finding some of the smaller studio series stuff, such as Roadbuster and Off-Road Bumblebee. A few people have even found Sentinel Prime already. Hopefully, with the toy sale coming to an end next week, I believe, around the 15th of July, we'll start seeing them popping up more and more again as the sale comes to an end. So fingers crossed for those of you who haven't had the fortune of picking up anything like that yet and you do want them. Don't give up hope. Hopefully they'll start being more common with the sale winding down and people not rushing out to grab things anymore. The Netflix series has been confirmed to start at the end of July, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited about. I'm also cautiously optimistic because, well, there's always a risk it won't be as good as we're hoping it will be. But I am hoping that it will be good. It looks good from what I have seen of it. So I guess we just have to wait until the end of the month to find out. But we can also expect more. Obviously they're going to do a trilogy for it to go with the toy line, as they did for, I think it was the Power of the Primes and Combiner Wars and Titans Return. I believe that had a 3-series cartoon to go with it. If I'm wrong, please correct me. The Netflix toy line has also been seen in Kmart. The two of the three Voyagers we were meant to get have shown up. Megatron and Hotlink. I do have Hotlink. I love the Seeker mold, so I was always going to get Hotlink. The deluxe line is also available, and if you want to create a different version of the reflector mold, or refractor, whichever name you prefer, you can make a different version of it with the Scrap Face character, who is just, I think it's just a straight up repaint of Refractor. So yeah, if you want to do that, you can. I plan to. The only one we haven't seen is what they're calling the spoiler box, which contains Ultra Magnus. It's been confirmed we are meant to be getting him here in Kmart, but right now there seems to be a delay and no one's entirely sure why. So hopefully in the next month maybe we'll finally see him. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, why do this, everything. Well, not everyone got the Siege toys. Some people may have missed out on certain characters, and this is a good way for them to pick up those characters that they missed. Some people might like the two contrasting aesthetics of the paint applications. Don't know, it's your choice. If you want to buy them, buy them. Don't let anyone tell you you shouldn't. It's a waste of money. It's your money. You're free to do as you wish with it. If you don't want to buy it, that's just as perfectly fine as well. Again, it's your money. You're free to do as you wish with it. So, as I said, it's been a very big couple of weeks for collectors here in Australia. We've also seen the release of G1 reissue toys. For those who watch reviewers on YouTube in America, or who watch those like the Alfonso Nation, who does a lot of toy hunting, you know that America has a lot of the reissue toys for G1, and we've never seen them here. Well, that's changing. We've got a wave of, I'm not sure if it's 4 or 6 reissue G1 toys, and these are a wave of the mini-bots. There's Tailgate, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Outback, Swerve, and I think Gears might be the other one. I'm not 100% sure on that. They're also found at Kmart, and there is talk we are getting eventually Soundwave and his cassettes, and a couple of others that I can't remember at the moment. Hopefully we will eventually see the reissue Blaster that they're going to be releasing as well. Got some new Generation Selects as well. A new line coming out called RED, which is Robot Enhanced Design. So these are essentially just highly detailed and articulated statues that won't cost you an arm and a leg to get. That's what I'm understanding about them anyway. And from what I've seen of them, they look really, really good. If you can't afford the Masterpiece and you're not interested in the Siege or Earthrise line, these might be a good alternative for you. I don't know when we'll see them here in Australia, but when I do know, I'll be sure to let everyone else know about it. But probably the biggest news is the Back to the Future crossover. There's no word yet of it being here in Australia, but I wouldn't panic. I imagine we're going to hear more about a release here in Australia, maybe in another month or two, when it gets closer to being released in October. We did, after all, get Ectotron through EB Games and Zing. So I will imagine we'll get Gigawatt, who is the transforming DeLorean. I imagine we'll get him too. We just need to be patient and wait for news to come of when we can expect him to be available for pre-order. So, I'd say about a month or two. Maybe late August, early September we might see something. I'm not really sure. That's just a guess on my part. But as I said, we did get Ectotron, so I imagine we'll get Gigawatt as well. Excuse me. We're getting a Centurion droid in the Generation Selects line. I don't particularly care about the droid. I just want the weapons pack he comes with. The thing is loaded. If you haven't seen the reveal that Hasbro did for FanFest Friday, you can probably look it up on Hasbro Pulse, but he comes with a lot of weapons for a lot of different Autobots and Decepticons alike. You get Roller to go with Earthrise Optimus, who does come with his trailer, so now you can have Roller with him as well. You get Sideswipe's jetpack, which is actually painted grey, so you can actually attach it to anyone, but I will probably paint it red at some point and just give it to Sideswipe because that's who it's meant to go with. You get a miniature version of Shockwave in his G1 form, and I mean miniature, it's like that big. And you get an equally small version of Refractor in his camera mode, Soundwave in his cassette tape mode. I think you even get a mini Megatron in his G1 form, complete with a silencer, a gun for Ironhide, one for Cliffjumper. I think there's another one for Optimus. You get Optimus's Energon Axe, Megatron's Energon Mace. So there is definitely, and the radar dish for Trailbreaker from the episode where they were listening in on Decepticon chatter, and he had Spike and Sparkplug with him, and he was in his alt mode, and he had the dish on top of his roof. You get that as well, so you get a whole heap of stuff with this guy, and just the weapons alone makes it worth getting the pack. But that's just my opinion, and I will be getting it eventually. I'll probably get it through my friend who runs Playground Zero, because we don't get the Generation Selects. It's very hard for us to do that here. I'm also getting the Seeker 2-pack from him as well. We've seen images of Thrust and Dirge, so obviously we'll get Ramjet at some point as well, because, well, they won't give us 2 Kona heads and not give us the 3rd. We'll get all 3 at some point. A couple more of other characters have been revealed. I don't really know much about most of the ones that have been revealed. I'm not familiar with their names or anything like that. I don't read the comics. I've only read a couple, and one day I probably will read all of them, but at the moment it's not a priority for me. But yes, a lot of news. I will be getting back to doing my reviews. You can see a couple of things I've got here to review. I've got some more Harry Potter stuff to review as well. Yeah, there'll be more reviews coming out for me now that I'm feeling better. There won't be much in the way of Transformers at the moment. I don't like some of the studio series that is currently out. The only one I probably would review is Roadbuster, because I do enjoy the Wreckers. I've got One Step Changes from Cyberverse. I've got Whirl. I don't know much about Whirl, other than he's apparently a very psychotic helicopter, who is also a part of the Wrecker unit. In the Cyberverse, he's young, he's claustrophobic, but again, that's really all I know about him, so don't expect much detail on the character. But for now, that's it from me. Stay safe, everyone, especially if you're in America or Victoria right now. I know it's getting pretty bad down there again for you guys, so please stay safe as you possibly can. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and just be careful, because that's the only way we're going to get through this, just being careful and looking out for each other. So until then, I will see you guys on the next video.